recommended levels that I use for my recordings. Um, when I record drums, I like to use filter echo. Once I edit my drums in BandLab in the studio section, I like to use filter echo. I like to use EQ settings such as EQ 3M levels. I like to use graphic EQ, and then I like to use graphic EQ, EQ 3M. I like to use filter echo plus, Teclab, studio reverb. To use when I'm recording drums. Yeah, so when you're recording, another thing, a big thing, when you're recording, like I mentioned earlier, is where you should have good places to have your phone. If you're recording drums to your phone, good places to have your phone. You should have your phone. You can have your phone. I recommend having your phone either either behind the drums when they're recording, or I recommend having the phone beside you when you're recording and have the camera angle where you can look directly into the camera. That's what I recommend when you're recording drums. Good morning. Good morning. So travel state. Yes, when you're recording drums on your phone, you should. I recommend having the phone beside you on a stand, or I recommend having it behind you. If you have it beside you up here, and there's a symbol next to you, and there's a symbol next to you, then I recommend actually moving, seeing if you can either set the recording, either set your phone somewhere else to record, or move the symbol, or reposition the symbol and set the symbol somewhere else. Because if you record right here, where to the right of you where Tom is, and you have a podium setting up, like if you have to like read the lyrics of a song that you're playing to, especially in a church setting, what is going to happen is it's going to pick up too much of the symbols. The mic is going to pick up, the microphone of your phone is going to pick up the sound of the cymbals in a manner which is going to make it seem like you're playing the cymbals louder than what you're really playing them, because it's directly over top of it. But if you have no cymbal and you're recording here, you're likely to pick up a really good sound. If everything, now you can still pick up a really good sound here, even with the cymbals sounding a little too loud, sounding louder than what you're really playing them. But the thing is, that comes from several different things. That comes from it comes from the camera angle, where you want to have the phone's camera where you can look directly into it. You never want to flip the camera angle to where you have to turn the screen to face something other than the target that you're recording. So if I turn the camera angle to the wall instead of to the drums where I'm playing, then I mean it's gonna pick up the drum sound, but it might not pick up the drum sound as good. So when I flip the camera angle, in order to see me, I have to turn my phone. I have to turn the back of my phone to me, where the camera is looking like this. But if I flip the camera angle and I turn it back over, you're likely to pick up a very good sound. You're likely to pick up a more clear sound. So those are some of the tricks that I like to use when I'm recording my drums, whether I'm gonna upload to upload to YouTube or whatnot. But if you are uploading to BandLab, I recommend if you're uploading. But if you're uploading to YouTube, this works extremely well, and on BandLab, and then you want to try to upload to YouTube. Now, uploading from BandLab to YouTube is very challenging. It's extremely challenging, but what you can do is if you're trying to build like a huge following, and you have not only a YouTube channel, but you have um, Facebook and all that, you can join several different groups. Yeah, you can join several different groups, like BandLab Collab or Promote BandLab, and you can share your content. Now, when you are sharing your content that you have posted to BandLab and then you share it to Facebook, you share it to these groups, I recommend only posting one time per day. Do not post multiple times per day, because if you post multiple times per day, they can ban you, or they can kick you out the group. So this is what I recommend. So yes, for now, when you're recording for BandLab, or you are recording and you upload your songs to let's see, there's an app to Spotify. So I have Spotify. If you upload to Spotify, you can't upload to YouTube from Spotify, but you can upload from Spotify to Facebook. Or if you can't upload from YouTube, what you can do is you can share the link in YouTube. You can share the link in YouTube and have people click on the link. Because I have a link that I share. I have several links that I shared in my channel, on my YouTube channel, that allows you guys to go click on some of the videos that I made from other sites or other apps. Another thing, when you record, if you record in BandLab is free. I use now all the stuff that I use in BandLab is free stuff. BandLab's one of the only apps where you can record free stuff, where you don't have to pay for stuff to get a good sound. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up. You write them down. So graphic EQ settings. That's and where you can go into graphic EQ settings. If you go to
I hope that makes sense. But that's how you but that's how you wanna that's how you wanna record through. That's what I recommend doing when you record through BandLab. Um, when you are a big thing too, when you are recording, make sure your drums are tuned well. If you don't know how to tune, I got videos on YouTube of how I tune drums. Um, make sure you have drum key. Um, there's some guys that you can watch as well that I learned from, and I watched Rob Brown, and he teaches you how to tune drums. Big thing for tuning toms is making sure that when you tune your toms or you're tuning any part of your drums, a big thing that I recommend is removing removing the toms and turning off the snare wires. And then when you remove the tom I like to place the tom on a flat on my stool, on my drum throne, since it's soft, and I like to put a towel under it while I'm tuning. Um, Now I use stock heads for this set at least. But what I do is when I'm tuning drums, when I'm tuning my toms, I detune everything. I detune and then I finger tighten each lug after I have detuned, and then I press down on the heads. I mash down on the head with my fingers until so I can see all the wrinkles, and then I tune at each lug until all the wrinkles are removed. And I do this on both the top and bottom head. Now, when you tune the bottom head of a tom, I always want to make sure the bottom head is always tuned a little bit higher than the top head. Always make sure the top head is not tuned higher than the bottom head. If you use the stock heads, you can still get a really good sound when you use this method. But what I recommend is having mufflers. Um, you can put cotton inside the drums. You put cotton inside your toms, especially inside of your floor tom after you tune. Or you could use one of these to control the unwanted resonance. Control the tone. It gives you a much better tone of the drums. Um, so tuning is the first thing. Another thing is that sound does not beat. Is that sound should not replace technique. Now, great sound can make a performance with the skills that you already have. Um, make the performance sound much more impressive. But this is a mic that I recommend. Is the Shure SM57 mic. It's a very dynamic mic, and you can record the toms. I mean, you can put you can put it over your toms, or you can put it over your snare. And now I only have I have this XLR cable that comes with it. Um, for my drums too. For my kick, I put a pillow inside. put a pillow inside for my kick. But I recommend only putting like one pillow inside. Yeah, this these Evans E-rings or drum rings right here. I got these from the Guitar Center. They're only $5. They can control the tone of drums extremely well. Really, they can control overtones extremely well. When it resonates and ring extremely well. So. So let me see, so I can play something. So. So that's how my drums sound. These make my toms sound really fat and punchy. These E-rings. When I'm tuning, I use this tune bot right here. Now I am working on ideas for when I'm in BandLab of how to record acoustic drum covers in the voice audio where I can put like a song from maybe YouTube itself and put in there, record a cover. Yeah, so thanks guys, appreciate it. But let me see, hold on. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you the EQ settings that I use, and then I'm gonna, for graphic EQ settings to get a great sound in BandLab. Hertz. I use 2.8 dB, 300 hertz. I use 800 hertz. I use 2.0 dB, 1.6 K, meaning 1600 hertz. I use negative 2.0 dB, and then I use for 3.2 K hertz. Same thing. I give 2.0 dB for so those are some of my preferred EQ levels. That's one of my, so I'm going to show you what I wrote down. This is some of the EQ levels that I use. All right, so get back with you guys. Thanks for all the likes.